get Rebecca White's thoughts on that in a moment. And they are early numbers, but Tom Connell is here with some more, Tom.
Yeah, thank you, Kieran. I might just start on statewide, actually. So worth mentioning, these are all matched. These are like-for-like votes. So this is the same group last time versus this time in terms of where they've voted. It's only 0.6%, but it's not nothing. And look, these do tend to be more conservative areas, but still interesting to note a big increase so far in independent vote and Greens, and the Liberal-Labor contest so far very early, 2.5% up for Labor, down for the Labor Party. You also see a lot of Green, no Jackie Lambie vote. Look, that mostly seems to be going to the independents so far, although a bit to the shooters, fishers, who have polled well in a couple of areas. As to how that's actually breaking down, let's start off with, I know you were mentioning Lyons there. So yes, the lead Labor candidate with no Rebecca White at the moment, Jen Butler. We'll go to the second page. Brian Mitchell was expected to do well, and he still could, but that's perhaps slightly lower than he thought he might have been at that early stage. How it's looking at a party basis, again, 0.8%. We're not getting carried away here. If this is replicated, though, you'd see 3 seats to the Liberal Party, 2 for Labor, 1 for the Greens, and then a bit of a race for the final one. And don't forget the Nationals running in lines as well. So to be sort of, well, shooters, fishers and farmers would be in the box seat there. The Nationals vote would need to come up. So that's Lyons at the moment. Let's have a look at Bass as well. So again, Bridget Argett leading here, and we're at 1.8%. So this is now looking like enough of a trend where I'd be very surprised if she were not elected, Bridget Archer. I'll say that pretty early on. And you can see the rest of the vote there. She's way ahead of anyone else, but Janie Finlay also essentially has her own quota. So does Michael Ferguson. How this is comparing like for like last time, you're seeing an increase to the Liberal Party vote, but so far it wouldn't do anything for them because they got 3 last time and they would not get 4 on that. So you'd see 3, 2 and 1 for the Greens. And then an interesting battle again. So there's this early vote. There's 2 different areas. We're seeing the shooters, fishers, farmers polling quite well and polling better than they did in some of those published opinion polls. Now, they do better off where we're getting those smaller booths. So it is not necessarily a trend we'll see replicated, but it's something to keep an eye on. Regardless, look at Braddon here as well. Again, Jeremy Rockcliffe, you'd always expect him to dominate, and Gavin Pearson. Craig Garland, we mentioned him last time, being on 0.4. Every published poll has him getting a lot more, and if he gets anywhere near, well, that's a quota, so that's him elected, but if he increases his vote from 0.4, he'd be in the box seat. So again, this is compared to last time, you're seeing a swing to Craig Garland, to the Liberal Party and against Labor. That would be 4, 2 and 1 on those numbers there, if that's replicated, and the Greens missing out. So which they have done before, of course, in Braddon. Might have a quick look in Franklin as well. I don't think we had any vote last time. We do here. So here's the other interesting independent. Peter George is the only one running with his whole ticket, but still he in himself, very early count, is getting 2.13. How it's breaking out as a party, 2.31 Peter George. Liberal Party 2.74 and Labor 1.77. So low votes so far for the Greens. David O'Byrne is the other independent we're expecting, or would be a strong chance of being returned. So interesting early count in Franklin, which would be, if the Greens vote stayed that low, that would be a concern. We do see, if a major party and independent are really close together, independent normally wins that because they don't leak vote, whereas the Greens will, because they've got all these other candidates. Rosalie Woodruff, of course, is the Greens leader there in Franklin, and she is on her own quota, so I might check what that's doing in terms of a party thing, because she's on 1 there, she should be on more than 1 in the party system. So I'll have a look at that, Kieran. We're starting to get some vote in, though.